Have you ever realized you might be manipulating people without even knowing it? We often think of manipulation as this big Machiavellian tactic, but the truth is, we all engage in subtle forms of it from time to time. It's about recognizing those unhealthy patterns in our behavior and understanding how they affect our relationships. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 6 signs that you might be manipulative without even realizing it. Let's talk about emotional blackmail. This isn't about holding someone hostage for ransom, it's about those little threats we make, often without realizing it. If you really loved me, you'd do this. Sound familiar? Or how about fine? I'll just do it myself. That's you putting on the pressure, making the other person feel guilty. You're not directly asking for what you want, you're trying to guilt them into it. And that's not healthy for any relationship. Remember, real relationships are built on honesty and respect, not manipulation. So take a good hard look at how you communicate. Are you being direct, or are you playing the emotional blackmail card? You know that feeling when someone lays a guilt trip on you? It's heavy, isn't it? It's like a weight pressing down on your chest, making it hard to breathe. You feel trapped, cornered, and sometimes even manipulated. It's a silent weapon that can cause deep emotional wounds. Now, think about how you communicate with the people you care about. Are your conversations filled with love and understanding, or do they sometimes veer into the territory of guilt and blame? It's important to reflect on this because the way we communicate can either build bridges or create walls. Do you find yourself saying things like, "After all I've done for you"? This phrase, though seemingly innocent, carries a heavy burden. It's a way of reminding someone of your past sacrifices, but it also implies that they owe you something in return. It's a subtle form of control that can strain relationships. That's a classic guilt trip. It's a tactic used to make the other person feel indebted or guilty for not meeting your expectations. Over time, this can erode trust and create a sense of resentment. You're using past actions to try and control someone's present behavior. This isn't fair to the other person, and it certainly isn't healthy for the relationship. It's important to recognize when you're doing this and to find healthier ways to communicate your needs and feelings. Another red flag is playing the victim. This is when you constantly portray yourself as the one who is always wronged or hurt. It's a way of deflecting responsibility and making others feel sorry for you, constantly saying things like, "Why does this always happen to me?" This mindset can be damaging because it prevents you from taking ownership of your actions and learning from your experiences. It places the blame on external factors and absolves you of any responsibility. That's not taking responsibility for your own actions. It's important to recognize that we all have a role to play in our own lives. By taking ownership of our actions, we empower ourselves to make positive changes and grow. It's putting the onus on everyone else to make you feel better. And that's not fair. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. Both parties should feel valued and heard. Remember, healthy relationships involve 2 people who take ownership of their feelings and actions. It's about being honest, open, and willing to work through challenges together. By fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding, we can build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. I've seen this countless times in my practice. It's a pattern that repeats itself with alarming frequency, and it can be incredibly destructive, not just for the person playing the victim, but for everyone around them. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was a bright, intelligent woman with a lot of potential. She had a good job, a supportive family, and a circle of friends who cared about her deeply. But there was one problem. Sarah was always the victim in every situation. No matter what happened, she always found a way to turn the narrative so that she was the one who was wronged. It was never her fault, always someone else's. She couldn't understand why her friends were always upset with her. She would often say, "I don't know why everyone is so mean to me. I try to be a good friend, but they just don't appreciate me." One day, Sarah's friend confronted her about borrowing money and never paying it back. This wasn't the first time it had happened, and her friends were starting to get fed up. Sarah immediately went into victim mode. She started to cry and said, "You know I'm struggling right now. How can you be so heartless?" "You know I'm struggling right now," she cried. "I can't believe you bring this up when I'm already going through so much. Don't you care about me at all?" Her friend tried to explain that it wasn't about not caring, but about fairness and responsibility. But Sarah wouldn't hear it. She was too busy playing the victim to see the impact of her actions on others. Sarah was a master at deflecting responsibility and making others feel sorry for her. She knew exactly what to say to make people feel guilty and to shift the focus away from her own behavior. But here's the thing. Playing the victim is a form of manipulation. It's a way of avoiding accountability and controlling the situation. When someone constantly plays the victim, they are essentially saying, "I am not responsible for my actions, you are." It's a way of avoiding accountability and controlling the situation. This behavior can be incredibly damaging, not just to relationships, but to the person themselves. By refusing to take responsibility, they never learn from their mistakes and continue to repeat the same patterns over and over again. If you recognize this pattern in yourself or someone you know, it's important to address it. Therapy can be a great way to start understanding why you might be playing the victim and how to break the cycle. Remember, taking responsibility for your actions is the first step towards true empowerment and healthier relationships. So the next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, ask yourself, am I taking responsibility for my actions or am I playing the victim? The answer could change your life. Look, we all get frustrated, we all get angry, but how you express those feelings makes all the difference. Passive aggressiveness is manipulation in disguise. It's that silent treatment, the backhanded compliments, the sarcastic jabs disguised as jokes. You're not being direct about your feelings, you're letting them simmer beneath the surface, hoping the other person will pick up on your mood. That's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. If you're upset about something, say it directly. Don't bottle it up and let it fester into passive-aggressive behavior. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious forms of manipulation. It's about making someone doubt their own sanity, their own memory, their own perception of reality. You might say things like, "You're imagining things," or "That never happened." You're constantly questioning their version of events, making them feel like they can't trust their own judgment. This is incredibly damaging to a person's self-esteem and can have long-lasting effects. If you recognize this behavior in yourself, it's crucial to seek professional help. You know how frustrating it is when someone keeps information from you, especially when it directly affects you? That's another form of manipulation. It's about controlling the flow of information to maintain an upper hand. Maybe you're afraid of conflict, so you avoid difficult conversations. Or maybe you like feeling in the know while others are left in the dark. Whatever the reason, withholding information creates an imbalance of power in a relationship. It breeds mistrust and resentment. Honest communication, even when it's tough, is always the healthier path. Look, we all make mistakes. It's a universal part of the human experience. Whether it's a small slip-up like knocking over a cup or a more significant error, mistakes are inevitable. We're all works in progress. Every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become a better version of ourselves. Self-improvement is a journey, not a destination. But recognizing these manipulative patterns is the first step to breaking the cycle. It's about being honest with ourselves and acknowledging the areas where we need to change. It's about taking accountability for our actions and learning healthier ways to communicate. Open and honest communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. Remember, relationships should empower you, not drain you. They should be a source of joy, support, and mutual growth. If you're constantly feeling manipulated or you're the one doing the manipulating, it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, what's really going on here? Reflect on your actions and the dynamics of your relationships. And if you're struggling to break these patterns on your own, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Seeking professional guidance is a sign of strength, not weakness. A good therapist can give you the tools you need to build stronger, healthier relationships. They can help you understand the root causes of your behavior and develop strategies to change it. Now, I want to hear from you. Your experiences and insights can help others who are going through similar struggles. Have you ever experienced or exhibited any of these signs? Sharing your story can be a powerful way to connect with others and start the healing process. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is valuable and can provide support to others in the community. And don't forget to check out my other video on building self-awareness. It's a game changer. Self-awareness is the key to understanding and improving our behavior. Practicing mindfulness and self-reflection can help you stay aware of your actions and their impact on others. It's a continuous process that requires dedication and effort. Set realistic goals for yourself and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every step forward is a victory. Remember, change is possible, and you have the power to break the cycle. Believe in yourself and take the first step towards a healthier, happier life.